And just like
There it
that,
is.
we're live on This Week at Gear Report, where we talk about everything that's been published at Gear Report since last week. And we actually have some things that have been published this
Crazy.
time.
It's a good
And
day.
we'll talk about things that are in the review queue. That is topic number 2. Topic number 3, shit shooting. It's my favorite part.
That should be topic number 1.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to make a new banner. I'm going to make a new banner right now. And I think maybe I had one before, but it got deleted or something. Let me put it up here. We're going to add another segment. We've been doing this for weeks. All right. We call it floor guns. So I have added that. So now it is in the official rotation for
I'll have to step up my floor gun game.
Now the 4 segments of the show. Segment number 4 will be floor guns. And then don't be confused when we're in the shit shooting portion of the show. We typically, put shit shooting up here. But I have made the executive decision that we're just going to leave Boo ATF up there most of the time because that's how I feel. Yep. Okay.
I agree.
Yes. Thank you. Hi, I'm Jeff. I will be... I usually say tour guide. I'll be your tour guide. I was thinking supervisor. I was like, no, but I need supervised. I'll just be the tour guide. Whatever.
Hey, you're not. You need supervision.
Yeah. I'll be the guy on this side of the screen. How's that? And then over on that side, we have TJ sporting the frog hat.
Yeah, I wanted to wear some camo today, so it's a fitted hat, so it's nice. It actually fits really good.
I can still see you.
Can you?
Damn it, no, it's crazy.
Stupid. Everyone's like, "Oh, use the camo." I'm like, "Listen, people can still see me for some reason."
Yeah, my first Humvee was a woodland green, green, brown, and black camo pattern, and people would look at it, or I'd be getting out in the parking lot to go in a store or something, like, "Oh my god, that's awesome!" I'd be like, "You can see it?" Yeah.
Like, damn it.
Yeah,
Who thought up this crap? It doesn't work.
The little things that entertain me.
Yes,
okay.
It is. It doesn't take much.
Gary, yo TM. Note the TM symbol is usually used in connection with an unregistered mark, term, slogan, etc., to provide notice to potential infringers that common law rights in the mark are claimed. Was that a shot across the bow right there? Was that like a threat that we're being put on notice that the yo is claimed? Or is it a suggestion
by Gary
that we start using it?
Gary claimed it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Gotta
specify Gary. Are we in trouble, or are you just looking out for us?
I can't tell if he's being passive aggressive or just plain aggressive or not aggressive. Like, I really don't know which one it is. All right. Dang it. So I want to get this chat off the screen.
I'm not hitting anything.
See the other part. Right there. Since before we figure out if Gary's being aggressive or not, I'm going to go ahead and congratulate him. So congratulations, Gizzard Gary.
You know why?
Because you're old. And
shots fired.
Yeah. It's in anticipation of your normal questioning of my usage. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what's not a joke is congrats to Gizzard Gary for reaching retirement age and exiting the premises. I believe today was his last day as a productive member of society. So congrats on that. Enjoy the time that you have earned to do whatever the hell you want.
I'm just hoping to live long enough to think about retiring. That's my goal.
I don't know, man. I think retirement would be boring.
With all the stuff we have to do a Gear Report? Come on.
Yeah. Okay. So let me bring the other screen up so that
we have another screen.
Bro, we are going to talk about so many cool things today.
Whoa. Where's that at?
I think first I was thinking, we've got a couple social media things out there. Maybe we could do a tour of the social media stuff and remind people that it's actually out there. So I'm going to copy this and drop it in the chat here.
Just posting it up there as I'm like subscribing to these channels. Like,
yeah.
whoa, we have an account there. All right, hold on.
Yeah,
I'm a member.
it's going to
You'd be
start
like,
dinging at me. The
we just picked
notice
up a
going
new,
to pop up on the screen, you know.
we just picked up a new member. I'd be like, oh, awesome, great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, what's Gary saying here? Technically, it was an early retirement package, so I'm technically not quite retirement age. You know what? You spend it however you like, but wow, you know, my grandfather used to say that they paid him more to stay home than he ever got paid to go to work. And I don't want to be the one to point out that they actually, you know, are paying more ahead of time.
Yeah.
You know, paying extra so that he won't come in, you know, even before retirement age.
He's got so much knowledge and skill that they can hire two people who don't know anything for half the price of what they have to pay Gary. See, that's the way it works. See,
replacing the expensive experienced guy with some cheap people.
Yep.
Gary he'd been there a couple of years, so he probably had like 2.5 months worth of vacation built up. So now it's like they're going to hire someone that they'll get, well, okay, after 6 months, we'll give you a week.
Right. If that.
Which, you know, I don't even know what that means because I haven't.
You're whoever came up with your retirement plan and your benefits and your health care sucks.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get vacation or any of that stuff. So, but that, you know, that's the price of being the overlord that reigns over a multimedia empire.
You take a day off and everybody messes around. Next thing you're like, why is my channel blocked? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Dead TJ.
Yeah, but at least then I can blame it on someone else. So, so on the screen we have our Instagram account. Of note, we will talk about shortly the very first item here. You see it has 0 comments because it was just posted. It is a link to a video by our aviation-minded Jason, who actually, I think, sent some stuff over for me to post and then hopped in the jet and flew somewhere. Because he does that. I mean, who doesn't, right? And then we've got a couple funny Christmas, well, not even funny Christmas candy, just funny candy. One of them, the bacon candy canes. I was like, you know what? That's kind of interesting.
Anything bacon.
The original bag of poo. This one here, the original bag of poo. I was like, that's crazy. But
who's getting that? Who's getting that for Christmas?
Well, I believe the original bag of poo, when you look at the description, there's a link in there. So if you go find it and go to that Amazon link that's up there, one of the things that it'll tell you is that it is a vegan product. And I was like, oh.
So it's real poo.
Yeah. So I said, I'm giving all my vegan friends a bag of poo for Christmas. But I'll be completely honest with you. It's like $9 for a bag. And I don't like any of my vegan friends that much to send them. So I probably won't.
Air quotes. You have vegan friends?
Not really.
I don't either.
No, I try not to associate with that kind of people.
I was like, what's wrong
after I posted this, I had to go down to the kitchen and cook 4 hamburgers just to get the thought of the veganness off of my skin.
There you go.
Yeah. And I only ate one of them, but I put the rest in the fridge. So I've got them ready and waiting for tomorrow.
There you go. Snacks for later.
I found this one interesting as well. So I started perusing the kind of funny candy options that you can order off of Amazon today. And I
like it.
What in the world? Why did Big Gunner post? He posted his own affiliate link on my post that already had an affiliate link? Dude, that's rude.
Wow.
Why in the world?
We can do that? Guess what?
Apparently so.
Hold on a second. Let me go through the Gear Report Instagram real quick.
Yeah, but I thought that one was funny. I didn't even want to read that one, but but it's out of this world, it says. So yeah,
Yep.
that
Cotton
one
candy
was
is
kind of
delicious. I'm
crazy.
not gonna lie.
Yeah. So Instagram gets all the stuff that goes on Facebook. So basically, just whatever. Twitter gets all that stuff as well. And plus, it gets some other automated stuff that pops up there. So you go check out. I'm Twitter. I'll be honest with you. I've never really understood Twitter, but I've been posting there for a couple years. So whatever.
I like it.
But that's you know what? I should drop that link in the chat as well.
Floor beer. I have floor beer.
Oh, floor beer. Gotcha. Well, that's not a segment. And here
Not
is
yet.
the original Gear Report YouTube channel. We'll drop that here because why not? We're just spamming links all over the place here.
Do it.
Let's see. Oh, I saw a
Knowledge
chat
is
pop.
power, Jeff.
What was it? Oh, are those my chats that are popping
That
up?
was your links popping up, dude.
It gave me a you have a new chat because I posted something. Awesome. So anyhow, what I wanted to point out here is usually if you follow Gear Report, main Gear Report website, when we post a big long form kind of landscape oriented longer review type video, I'll create an article for it with the links and the embedded video and put it on the Gear Report website. But I generally don't do that for most of the shorts videos, and there are more shorts videos that get posted than the main videos, like by quite a bit. So in case people weren't aware of that, we've got lots of additional videos out there. And it kind of makes me angry that some of these shorts videos that I do when I'm sitting on the can in the morning, like this is the production value that goes into them. They're actually not
You're in
bad,
this.
but they're getting 5,000 views, and there was one recently that was like 15,000 views. There's a 6,000 views there. They're getting more views than some of our regular videos. There's an 8.7. I mean, so it's a little frustrating that they tend to do a little bit
Because that's when you
better.
do your
But,
most thinking when you're in the can.
Sure. Good evening to you, Crystal. It is a pleasure to have you with us.
Except for the missing the 3 yos, but other than that.
You know what? I understand that she's got her hands full.
Just because she's my wife doesn't mean I'm going to be nice. There's rules.
No, I said she's got her hands full.
Well, not yet.
So, yeah, right. But well, it's good. I wondered how many times I was going to have to toss the softball before you swung at it. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at. I should change.
Oh, I know that one.
I should change the thing over here. We're going to do
recently published reviews.
It says recent review, but I need to change it because we actually have multiples again. I changed it a couple weeks ago when we only had one. Now we have multiples. It's recent reviews. And I'm going to let you talk about this one because this was your baby right here.
This was my baby. It is my baby still. Yeah, the Mepro RDS Pro. This thing, it's a badass little. I'm trying to keep it proper. A badass little red dot. It's EOTech-ish looking, but it runs on just one AA instead of 2.
Yeah.
I still haven't changed the battery in it. I use it on everything. I got it on the. This is on the Barracuda. Oh, I can't change the screen. You have it. Most of the pictures are on the Barracuda. I've had it on the Wolfpack Armory, the CSR 556, which is a pistol. Yeah, I mean, I had no issues with it whatsoever. I put it on 4 or 5 different guns. I put it on a little CMR 30, which I was like, it looks kind of gay, so I didn't take any pictures of that one. But but yeah, I had no issues. It was great for me because it was easy to use. Little button and then little clicky knobs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So Yeah, I
It's
had no
got
issues.
buttons.
LED. It runs on LED stuff. It's
So
supposed to work with nods, but I don't have them. So
yeah, yeah. So while you
little
are
tear
doing,
going.
yeah, so while we're looking at that, I actually have got the prior version. So you have the RDS Pro version 2. This is the original
Yes.
RDS Pro,
Yep.
and
Have you
this
changed your
is
battery out yet?
um well, I actually took the battery out. I run rechargeable batteries, so when it's not mounted on a firearm, I just take the battery out and put it in the
No.
charger. So that this is one of the main ones that I use because of, let's see, I want to get off the screen.
I don't know where. Because of. I can't hear you, sir.
I took myself off the screen, didn't I? How did
You
I do
did.
that? Oh, I know what I
I don't know.
did. Yeah, I am like a controlling the screen train wreck this week. But anyhow, since it's got the little quick clamp and quick release like you see in the little image
Yep.
here, uh,
That's a good
because
little picture,
they
huh?
are very similar. I mean, they have made some improvements, I believe, but basically it looks very, very similar, the original version, to the new improved version that you have. But it had, because it's so durable. Meprolite is an Israeli company that does a lot of their research and development in conjunction with uh, the
Police and
military in
military.
Israel, and they are, in my opinion, they're one of the more they have to be. How do I want to word this? Lots of militaries spend a lot of time training, but they never see any action. If you're in the Israeli military, you're probably going to see something.
Yeah.
Like there aren't many people, I think, who have a low expectation of seeing action in the Israeli military. So all their stuff has to be um, a little better proven. That's the way I look at it. I don't know. I tend to think of the products made for the Israeli military as being made to a higher standard than those
Right.
made for the U.S. military, for example.
Because they're going to get used.
Right. Ours might. Theirs are going to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the way I look at it. And this has really become one of my big go-tos for any AR type gun that comes in for review, or shotgun or anything. If I'm worried that it's going to handle the recoil, this is the one that goes on it. So,
yep, I put it on everything. It was, like I said, I still use it, and testing out the new one now.
yeah,
which doesn't run on a
and
double
the new
A. It
one.
runs on the other battery.
Oh, the other battery.
The other battery.
I like the double A's because they're a conventional, easy to find battery.
Exactly. That's my theory. That's why, one of the first ones I bought back in the day was I think it was the 512 from EOTech, because it was double A's. Perfect. Here you go. I have 40 of them in my drawer right there. And then you go, what's this one? Oh no, that's one of those fancy watch batteries. I gotta go to the store, get one of these.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it did really well. It got 4 out of 5 gears.
I noticed that. That's high praise. And
I had nothing. Nothing really bad that I had issues with. I had a little bit of when you turn on the high, like super bright. You had a little bit of glare inside there that it was noticeable, and I was like, well, it might, it could bother somebody, it might not, but I always keep mine on the lowest setting anyways, because it's easier for me to see my target.
Yeah. Cool. We'll have to, I'm sure we'll spend some time with them in a little over a month when we get to SHOT Show.
Yeah, I think that's one. I think I'm going to call him and see if I can set up a meeting one of the days. I'll set up some meetings, Jeff.
Yeah. Are you going to create a spreadsheet to track all the meetings?
No. I'm gonna write them on a scrap piece of paper. I'm gonna write them on a scrap piece of paper here, whatever I got lying around, and then I'll take a picture and send it to you on the phone.
Yeah.
and expect you to remember.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. So
Spreadsheet. Come on now.
the other article that was published thus far, I mentioned already from Jason, and it is how to remove and install Humvee run flats. Those are the rubber insert that goes inside the tire, and you can see how he's doing it here. He's got an engine crane lift hooked into the run flat portion here. Actually, I think he's pulling the wheel out right there. And then once the steel wheel, the split wheel gets pulled out, then you can compress the rubber run flat ring on the inside and pull that out. If you have any interest in understanding how that works with these two-part bolt together, the wheel is in the middle with the bolts, and then the orange is a little rubber gasket that it will seal when the top section goes on, and then this black thing that you see in here, that is the actual run flat insert. That it helps work with the wheels to be a bead lock to keep the beads of the tires coming off the wheel, and then it also has a big built up rubber section in the middle, so that if the tire goes flat, then you're running on that solid rubber wheel on the inside. They're really, really a neat setup and system, the run flats in a Humvee, but they're an absolute bear to change if you don't have the right tools. So Jason shows you how to use the run flat compressor tool and an engine crane lift and a strap to do all this at home. Oh, I forgot to put an impact wrench on the tools needed. You do kind of need an impact wrench and some impact sockets. I'm gonna have to go back and add that. Okay, but that's it for now. All right, that concludes this segment of recent reviews. We can go back to Boom ATF for a while. Yeah, we're going to come back to this. Let me hide that.
All right.
Boom, hidden. All right.
A little preview for everybody.
Yeah, and I'm going to talk about some other preview without actually showing people things that are in the pending or draft that are getting close to being done. We've got a XTAR EP9 6.5 inch 9mm with stabilizer. That sounds interesting. That is from AJ. That one is pending. So as soon as I can edit that and get it published, that'll go up. From Caleb, our hunting editor, we have Shaw Barrels 300 Blackout AR-15 upper. That's an interesting one. Yeah. I actually opened that and started looking at it, and it was going to require a touch of editing. So I was like, oh, that goes to the bottom of the list because it's going to take longer. Also from TJ, the Meprolite Mepro FRBS review. That's a quick review, and that's pending. That means I just have to edit it. I haven't looked at that one yet.
That's just a quick review. It was a bunch of pictures and
so many drafts in here.
What?
And I continue to get closer on the Maximum Defense 300 Blackout PDX. I'll do a little bit on that, a little bit more on that, just getting a little closer. I've got a number of guitar review drafts that are in here that I don't know when I'm going to get to them. I'm looking at 4 or 5 of them, or 6. Wow, there's a lot of them that I may not get to until after SHOT Show. We'll have to see how that shakes out, because I got so many guns I have to get done before SHOT Show. But lots of different guitar stuff in here. And let's see. Oh, you've got the Taurus TX22 competition is in draft form now.
Yep, that's almost done. The DB9's almost done. The DVG1's almost done.
Wow.
And then I moved on to the MyMedic and the Lynx Defense gun case.
All sorts of stuff that we've got to get done before we go to SHOT Show. So that's good. I can't wait to see all of those posts. That's going to be exciting. Jason, could tell that we were talking about him apparently because
he knew
as
it.
soon as we finished talking about his recently published video, then he shows up. So good evening to you, sir. Crystal is bucking the system.
She's going to deny the
willing
3
to
O's.
put-
That's fine.
She's willing to put 3 exclamation points, but not 3 yos.
Mhm.
I see. Or is bucking the system some sort of euphemistic code that you two have?
That's what we
You know
call
what?
it.
I just forget that I asked that. That was uncalled for.
I'll tell you when we're not live.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. You don't get to hear.
Yep. Let's
Go to
see.
my OnlyFans page.
So I've had another one. Oh, it's not loading my little link thing here. Son of a bitch. Oh, here it goes. I was going to share a link to mac and cheese candy canes. Unable to generate link. What? No.
Mac and cheese candy canes?
Mac and cheese candy canes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I thought I'd share that one too. This will be a preview if I can get the link to. You know what? I don't think that's going to work.
Everybody knows this is our SHOT Show food that we're going to get. Mac and cheese candy canes.
Yeah. It's like, well, I couldn't find one that said pocket pizza, so or backpack pizza or anything.
We'll get that. We'll get to that.
So, yeah. So I would like everyone to know that we have officially transitioned to shit shooting. I'm sure everyone figured that out already, but I wanted to be sure.
Oh, look at that.
In case this wasn't, I'm not even sure it was on the screen a second ago when I started talking about it. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
So I'm talking about, the link's not working, and then no one could see it anyway. But I will share a link whenever it finishes loading and allows me. Oh, there it is. Okay, come on.
Cheese candy canes.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to get you some of those mac and cheese candy canes, I'm going to put a link in here. Boom, it's there in the chat.
Thinking like
you can get that.
All right,
that's a preview. These may get posted,
but it's like
these may get posted around.
Mac and cheese, like.
And the other one that I'm going to share a link to is sour cream and onion candy canes.
Oh.
Because who knows? I think those could be fun. Like if you have family coming over, or if you're going to a family member's house, and they are
mix them in with all the other candy canes.
Your kids, and you hang them around the tree, and the kids can go get some. I think that'd be fantastic because they are not going to be expecting it. I think that could be very entertaining.
I get all the weird like I do not like a peppermint candy cane. I get like the Sour Patch Kids candy canes or the Jelly Belly candy canes.
Yeah,
I cannot stand just a plain peppermint candy cane.
So,
my land. What do we got?
Yeah, SHOT Show party list. Did you see the email that the NSSF sent out today about the SHOT Show parties? I'd love to hear if there's anyone still, anyone who goes to SHOT Show that's still out in the chat. I'd love to hear what you think about their announcement today. Have you seen that yet, TJ?
No, I haven't. I was working all day.
Bruh. Okay. I'll pull this over to the other screen here. And so short version here is, last year they had the first time where they sponsored a little like party on the veranda one evening for like an hour, and they had a bar and
I remember we made it just
they were testing the waters. Yeah, and they had a paid buffet. Like you could get a drink or two, and then they had food. You could get dinner, but it was like $29 for their little buffet. Yeah. And I was like, really? But we did get a couple drinks there before we left. So now they have announced that this year they're doing these networking and nightlife event add-ons, they're calling them. And $79 per person for some access, and then if you want their full access $79. And apparently this is just the early bird pricing that will go up after December 23rd. So I saw this and I was like, the hell? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, granted, that is my tab at one night at the Circle Bar, but still,
Yeah.
I think I can network a lot more
But
at the Circle Bar.
I doubt that they're going to have like free drinks and everything. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe you can get liquored
I'll
up
find
and
out.
save
Like,
money
hey,
by doing this. Packages
cool
are
business, dude.
all venues and times are subject to change. Package purchases are non-refundable, and you have to be an attendee. It says attendees and exhibitors. We're attendees, but they tend to have that third group of media.
Yeah.
Typically, when the NSSF shows stuff, they say attendees, they say exhibitors. So that's the people coming to see the booths, the people running the booths. They have no mention of media, which makes me wonder if they're saying either we are not invited or they're going to have some special deal for us. I don't know. I suspect they're not going to have a special deal for us. I think they probably just didn't even think about us when they wrote this.
Like, they're media. Those guys don't spend money.
All open bar networking events plus. Does open bar mean you pay $180 and you get whatever you want, or is it a limited open bar?
Open bar means open bar.
I hear you. That's how I would interpret it.
That might be worth it for me.
Yeah, but then you'd be like,
smoking out on my ears.
You pay the money, then you're going to feel like you have to go to those. You may turn down some other ones. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
but anyhow,
even at $179, I think I could do that in a night and be happy and not have to go back and not feel bad about it.
Wow. Okay, so when you look at the party list over on offgridsurvival.com, which I hope they're making some money on this because they have spammed the crap out of ads on this page. It's a little annoying. The Golf Classic Industry Day at the Range, they got that on the party page. Come on. They've got the networking, the paid networking events on. Those are for Monday, right? Yep. Tuesday is the reception that they had last year, and that looks like it's still a freebie. And then they're doing their VIP networking and nightlife package with something at Omnia Nightclub, which I'll be honest with you. They're doing these all at nightclubs. Nightclubs piss me off because if I'm networking, I don't want freaking loud music. I want to be able to talk to people.
Yeah,
and you go to a nightclub, it's going to be thump, 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 thump the whole time. And I don't network in that kind of environment because it's hard to talk to people. All-Star Jam Concert, presented by Outdoor Sportsman's Group, will feature Leonard Skinner's Johnny Van Zant, Montgomery Gentry's Eddie Montgomery, and a special surprise guest to be named later.
Oh, that's what they want me for. My bad.
Yeah. What in the world? Apparently that is January 1871. January is a longer month than I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, that'll be Wednesday at SHOT Show. And then, so basically I'm seeing mostly the paid stuff. It looks like they're doing that industry reception Tuesday evening and Thursday evening. So at least that's good.
Yeah. We'll go to this. They're free.
Firearms industry marketers meet up during SHOT Show. That doesn't have something yet. Firearms on Fremont. So that looks like a sponsored event probably by someone.
Yeah.
Every night at the Circle Bar is their official firearms industry meetup.
So it's a good
That's
one.
really it so far. So I see the industry reception at the plaza that they'll do Tuesday and Thursday,
Yep.
and then potentially this firearms on Fremont thing, and that's it. People are maybe lots of Circle Bar this year. Who knows?
Well, we can stop by there on the way out.
Yeah. But that's all the way up on Fremont. See, that's going to be a pain in the ass to get to.
No, we have to take an Uber.
Yeah.
I guess it's too far to walk, isn't it?
Looks like it.
That's what
All right,
Muriel drove us the one year.
Yeah, I'll have to leave that one open and maybe come back to it later. All right. So I'll move this back to the other screen, and we will stop showing that screen.
Boom.
And we're back, just like that.
Now you guys get the pretty faces back up on screen.
Yeah, well, or our faces at least. Yeah. Are you surprised that they're doing that that paid?
No, I'm not. I mean, I think the event we went to there was a lot of people there, and I think they looked at it as like, well, we could monetize this, and maybe and create some networking, but we can get a little money out of it, and get some sponsors, and do like a sponsor highlight, and it wasn't a bad idea. Like I said, it was a pretty big event.
It offended me when I got the email.
I know it did.
I was like,
as soon as it had prices on it, I was like,
parties are supposed to be free, and now you're charging me to go? I'm like, this is how you want to change it and make SHOT Show better, is to extort more money out of me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You're like, first of all, we're media. Come on.
That doesn't sound better to me.
Right. Does media get free passes? Maybe we get free passes.
Yeah. I would be shocked.
There's no way.
But I'm also looking at this as I don't see any mention of transportation, and they have 2 locations each night, an 8 to 10 and 10:30 to close. That means a lot of damn Ubers.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you did the late night VIP guest list only, all open bar networking events plus the guest list access. So I guess you only get the open bar if you pay the extra $100.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see that. I mean, even if at Vegas drink prices, if you got one drink, like one mixed drink at each of the events, that would be $5. So you're almost pushing your $100 there.
Easy.
But I like you'd end up going to all of them. I mean, in theory, I would consider it a pretty big failure if we're available to go to all of those, if we hadn't found something else to do.
I agree.
Yeah. I'm going to predict that the people who pay and go to that look at this paid networking crap as like, oh, I just paid to go to a big sausage party, because it's all like not the people that they want to be hanging with.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it the right networking or the right people you want to network with, or no? Just a bunch of random people who wanted to pay to get free drinks and chit chat.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. We should be able to find something going on.
Yeah, I would think so.
That's my job.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't want to talk about. Not going to debut the business card designs. We're going to wait for that. And that may be one where if you want to see the new business card designs, you have to actually find us in person and request a business card. I think that may be how we do that. But I will say that they are, in my personal opinion, they're stunning.
They are.
Yeah. I'm pretty happy with them.
I saw the little print. I was like, oh, look at that. I'm looking like a boss up on that card.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. So I am going to bring something up. I'm actually trying to do some research on the other screen. Oh, that makes me so happy. I got to show this other screen now. We're going to move into the floor guns segment. And I want you to see, when I search for VC 2008, what's the first damn thing that comes up there?
I can't even read
the Gear Report review. This is the Gear Report review of the Century Arms VZ 2008.
Nice.
So this is the kind of gun that we need to get, where everyone and their brother hasn't reviewed it, because those are hard to it can be hard to get high in the search ranking. So I like the ones like this, where everyone and their brother has not reviewed it, so our review is the number one in search. And this review was done several years ago, and I'm pretty sure that I purchased this one, I believe. It's been long enough that I don't want to misquote and say something wrong, but I'm fairly certain. Yeah.
There was a day, huh?
Made for that one. There was, yeah. And I'll tell you what, as a reviewer, buying firearms to review, it frees you up from feeling like you're under the brand's thumb to get the review done. Like, I have bought a number of guns and went out and played with them and shot them and said, you know what? I don't even feel like reviewing this. And then just didn't, and then sold it. And it's like, I don't like it enough to spend the time reviewing it. This one, clearly I did. And what I found really interesting about the VZ 2008 was that it, I believe that these were kind of like parts kits that were made to be a VZ58, which is a little Czech subgun. And that's where you see, the Czech military carrying these. And then when Century Arms bought them, they kind of demilled them in a way that made them semi-automatic. And this is one that I've actually considered taking it into Quarter Horse Arms and seeing if they want to make it a post sample, because they're not that difficult to convert back to the VZ58, the original format. But I just haven't got around to doing it. It's a really neat little gun, and I actually hadn't intended to bring this review up and go through it. But since I had it open, I thought I may as well share it with you guys. Look at that. We got a video on it as well. I'm pretty sure that's the video where we shot that at Brian's house. Brian was one of the first three people at Gear Report. So I did it myself for a couple years, and then Jose Juan and Brian were both at the same time, came on and helped me, and we go shoot at Brian's. And I had gongs set up out in the tree line in his backyard and was shooting at the gongs. And I put a action camera, like one of my little fake GoPros, down near the gongs and said, it's going to be fine. Just don't shoot it at this particular angle. You can shoot any way you want. Just don't shoot it at this specific angle. So what's the first thing he did? Shot at that specific angle, and the spall coming off of that gong destroyed that little camera. I was like, son of a bitch. And
no, he said gongs.
Yep, he said, oops.
I'm doing the chat. Sorry.
Oh, good, because I know
you're off on a tangent. What's up, Chris?
Yeah,
and Ghost is here.
Did he say bongs? No, sir. So anyhow, let's see. We'll hide that one and make me bigger so we can do our standard disclaimer for YouTube. Let me get the mic out of the way a little bit here.
While you do this, I can get a new beer.
Yeah, so this is, you can see the chamber flag that indicates that the chamber is empty. There is no ammunition in here. You know what? I'm going to drop the empty magazine
Ooh.
here. See, no bullets in it. Chamber is actually absolutely empty. There is no ammo for this up here. And one of the things I really like about this is that it kind of looks like a paratrooper model
Yeah.
AK, but it's not. It's got the same kind of short stroke piston operation at the front. But when you get to the guts on the inside, I am not a gunsmith, but in the research I did for creating that review a few years ago on this, it became pretty clear that it does not operate the same way that an AK does, although it looks very, very AK-like. Oops, magazine better. The empty magazine, by the way, you still rock it in just like an AK. Let's see if I can show here. Get the light on it, where you get that front lip caught and then rock it in instead of jamming it straight in like an AR.
That was nice.
Something that you may or may not have noticed when I had that review open was Jose Juan's comment was, the recoil is bad. And it was like all caps with an exclamation point. Bob said the recoil is manageable but significant. And I said, this little booger thumps. So it's kind of light. This is a 7.62 by 3.9. And I don't know. I say it's kind of light. It's actually not that light. I don't know why it kicks more than some others. Like I don't think my AK has the same felt recoil impulse that does. But I love the little side folder kind of paratrooper type stock on it. And
Snob busted out with the ho-ho-hos, which is acceptable this time of year.
Yeah. I'm not
going to tell Crystal you're talking about her, but it's fine.
All right. How do I get this? Is a little confusing.
What are you doing?
Oh, maybe it's that button. Yep. I was trying to figure out, like, it said hide on stream for you, but you weren't on the screen. So I was a little confused on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that was this week's edition of Floor Guns. You did not go get a floor gun, right?
No, I got floor beer.
Okay, good.
I didn't know we were going to create this new section tonight. You know, Jeff he dropped stuff out of the blue, like, hey, you know what? Floor guns, new section. I'm like,
we got to balance it. Maybe I'll just do floor guns every week, because I don't want to interfere with your floor beer. And I think it would be kind of
well, if I know ahead of time, it'll be fun. I just
floor beer. We could do floor guns early, get it out of the way, and then move into.
I'll bring floor guns next week. I'll have floor guns next week.
You can do floor beer.
I'll do floor guns next week. I'll work on I'll bring out all the floor guns that I'm currently reviewing. That'd be a good one, right?
That could be neat.
And something.
Yeah. So, did I just robot?
Yeah.
Am I back?
Kind of.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Phones here. So I've got
phones. Look at them.
Two of my old iPhones here, and then my old Android with the bougie camera on it. And I'm trying to figure out what to take to shot, what cameras to take. I ordered, and they should be in the next day or two, some new batteries for the 4K gimbal, the DJI 4K gimbal, because I think I want to use that on range day. And I've got the Nikon camera that we can carry around. But I'm really struggling a bit with what we want to take. Yeah, so you've got your big gimbal there. I've got a little smaller one for cell phones. I think we're gimbaled up. I think we're pretty good there. And I really kicked around making some investment in Snob's here. Snob and the people he spends the most time with at SHOT Show, they carry around
the rig.
They do. They're like an aluminum cage around their cameras, whatever kind of cameras they choose to use. And I think that functionally, I don't know how necessary any of that is, but I think that it gives a little bit of an impression when they walk into a booth of these guys are more serious than the people who show up and just pull out a cell phone, you know. So I think that sometimes when we carry around that little 4K gimbal with the wireless mics or the the little shotgun mic with the muff on it.
Yeah.
Um, I think sometimes, even if we don't need it, it helps to kind of grease the skids when we're talking to a brand and they're like, okay, how legit are these people? You know, if we got the nice looking gear, then that, you know,
Like, look at the business card. It says since 2009.
that's a long time.
He's put in the years.
I think
Look at
that,
him. I mean, look at him. Jeff's only like 35.
yeah,
He looks
yeah.
70.
Yeah. So let's see. Oh, you know what? I
What?
deleted the other one. I'm gonna have to type another one here.
What do you got? What are you doing?
All right, one of our other segments. We got so many segments.
We do.
So I put it up on the screen. I remembered I hadn't done it. I put it up on the screen.
Oh,
But
good Armageddon.
now I'm thinking I didn't get anything new this week. What do I want to talk about?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
No.
There's a bunch of chat going on. I'm talking about them.
I'm going to show this one again because this is about to get traded. It was going to be
Oh, okay.
It was going to be Monday or Tuesday, and then it was going to be tomorrow. And I just got a note right as the show was starting. The guys tied up again, said, "Hey, can we do it Saturday?" But I'm going to trade away this one, which is a 7-string.
Ooh.
And it's a really neat little ergonomic shape, and it's lightweight. Yeah, this is a really cool bougie little. I think I have this listed for $1,600 right now, so it's not the most expensive one I have, but it's certainly. I do a lot of real budget guitars, so it's certainly not one of the budget guitars. So yeah, I wanted to show that one more time because that is called the Strandberg Bowden 7. I absolutely love it, but I can barely play a 6-string guitar. 7 strings is just too much for me.
Like, why do they have the extra string? What's up with that?
It lets you get an extra 4 or 5 notes of lower
like bass.
Yeah, let you have more bass.
More bass.
Yeah,
but you have a bass.
Well, yeah. And so normal bass is 4 strings, and that's where, also interesting.
You've got the 7, is it 6-string or 7-string?
This is a normal 4-string bass.
Yep.
It's actually a short scale bass. It's a little bit smaller than a normal one. And then I've got the monster 6-string bass, which is like it's huge by comparison.
Meant for people with big hands.
Yeah, so they're both sitting on the ground. You can see that it's a couple 2 or 3 inches longer, and wrap your hand around.
Definitely a thicker neck.
It's girthy.
That's what she said.
Yep, exactly.
No treble. That's right, Gary. No treble up in here.
All right. That's all we're going to do for that segment for this week. I may have some more stuff to show next week, or I may not. If you need an extra Osmo, I have one. That's good to hear. And it's funny you mentioned that, Jason, because I just sold an Osmo. It was my dad's. It was for his cell phone. He bought it. And when he bought it, I was like, well, why'd you get that? Oh, for taking videos of the grandkids. And, my daughter swims. When he bought it, I think he had 5 grandkids that were swimming competitively, like my 3 and then my sister's 2 that were both swimming on their high school team. And he was like, yeah, I'll just use the gimbal when I go to swim meets. But then what he found out is when we got to swim meets is you're sitting in the bleachers just doing this. You don't need a gimbal for that, you know?
Yep.
So he was like, hey, can you sell this for me? So it's like, yeah, I guess. And I did.
Attaboy.
It took a while, but I did.
Yeah.
So I wanted to revisit what Snobby was saying, though. Let me get back to the chat. If I can. Come on. The phone cage really helps with stability. Best $30 I spent. So, and I've thought about that. I really have. And I've wondered, like, I like the look of carrying around the Nikon, the DSLR, maybe with one of the little shotgun mics on it or something. I think and I do like that it really does take better pictures, like still pictures, if we want to do much of that. The video is not as good as I would like. Like, it's a pain in the ass to use the video on that camera.
Yeah.
You really need to put it on a tripod because once you set the focal length, it's either jumping around or you get blurry if you move it. So, I feel like I have a better idea how I want to use the cameras it shot this year. I haven't quite figured out what I think the ideal setup is. And I think that's going to maybe come down a little bit to, as we get a little closer, exactly how we want to tweak what we're doing, how we're doing it, how many booth videos we want to shoot, that kind of thing.
I think we need to figure out, like, if we're going to do like booth videos on like one day, because that way we can just bring either the gimbal or we can bring the tripod with the camera, and then we can just throw them back up in the press room, and we don't have to carry them around the whole time, because that's what sucks, is carrying that freaking tripod around and the camera and all that all day long, and you're like, okay, what's gonna get messed up?
That's an interesting idea. Maybe we shoot for like Thursday afternoon, or maybe like Thursday, because people check out on Friday.
Oh, I know.
People go home early. Maybe that's a good time to do it when the booths are a little less busy, though. Maybe we say Friday morning we're going to go around shooting booth videos.
Well, I'm just saying that way we, if we set it up for one day between a couple hours or 3 or 4 hours, where we just we have just leave the camera set up on the tripod, go around, boom, 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 and then we can take it all, put it back up in the press room, and then be like, okay, now we can just wander around.
But they shut the bag check down early on Friday, though. So
those bastards.
Yeah. We'll have to see. I'm still of the mindset that I'm not sure. What I want to do is go through all of these SHOT Show videos over the years, which is a lot, because I keep messing it up and saying that like 2017 is the first year I went. I was looking back through pictures today. 2016 is the first year that I went. So it's getting to be quite a few years. This will be year 7, I think, coming up for me. And I'm going to go through all the videos that have been published and see what actually got some traction, what really didn't do well, and try to figure out if I can ascertain what's going to be more valuable to do. And I'll probably only spend 20-30 minutes looking through Gear Report's archives of SHOT Show video, but then I want to go through some of the bigger channels that do more, and I'll probably spend a couple hours watching. I'll look for what are the most successful videos from SHOT last year and see, what can we learn from that? Like, what do we need to do?
I mean, as far as booth interviews, I would say, it's all about, like everything else, the most interesting product or the coolest product, or the celebrities that are there or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you're going to, research up.
I heard that TJ guy was going to be in the GSL suppressors booth for at least a little while.
He's gonna be up there. He's gonna make an appearance.
I think, right?
He's gonna make an appearance there. I've got a couple other appearances I have to make.
Hmm. Have you
Couldn't get.
heard? Have you heard about the basketball game yet? Do you know if
I
that's
have
happening?
not. I am waiting patiently and I just got new shoes too. I'm so excited.
I wouldn't wait patiently. I would get on people and be like,
I texted him and he said he was working on getting all the logistics and seeing if he can get it set up. So, which I'm
yeah,
sure it's probably not easy, but
yeah,
so I did get new shoes, which I needed new ball shoes anyway. So I got new shoes though for the.
yeah. That would be neat, I think, as long as you don't
Honest.
hurt yourself.
Well,
Because I used to go to Affiliate Summit in Vegas every year, and after a couple years of that, they started doing a charity hockey game right before it
you're like
started,
hockey. Did you say hockey?
and and the guys that were putting it on, knew that I played, and they were like, "Come on, you got to bring your stuff." And I'm like, "I do not want to take a hockey bag and hockey sticks and hockey skates to a
Yeah.
trade show. I've already got enough stuff I'm hauling around." And as it turned out, I got out of going to Affiliate Summit. I went 3 or 4 years, and then, geez, probably more than that. I was in that industry for 10 years, and I probably went to Affiliate Summit. I probably went 5 or 6 times. Man, I have been going to Vegas for trade shows for entirely too long, because I went before the affiliate industry. When I was in pharma, I ended up in big meetings in Vegas a few times.
Yeah.
That's probably it had not really occurred to me how many times I've been to Vegas. Vegas is probably the most frequent place that I have
That you've
visited.
been besides
Yes,
Philmont?
it's crazy. Way more than that.
Really?
Like, if I leave the state of North Carolina, historically speaking, odds are I'm going to Vegas. And that's crazy because I don't like Vegas. Vegas
And
is a
we
shit.
don't do anything Vegasy in Vegas. It's so
Right.
funny. Like we had nothing really. Every once in a while, when I walk through remember when we had all the meetings, I would walk through and I'd be like, all right, I'm going to throw some money in one of the machines.
Yeah.
And then I would
Yep.
lose and I'd walk on and we'd go to the meeting.
Yeah. And part of me feels like at some point we need to just do the full on Vegas drunk hookers and blow, stealing stuff, getting in fights.
I'm in for it.
And
Sign me up.
but then I'm like, man, that sounds like a lot of effort. Do I really want to do that? I'm like, yeah, it looks cool when you see it in the movies, but do I really want to go through all that trouble?
Do I want to wake up with a tiger and
I
get
don't
hit by
think
Mike
so.
Tyson? I don't know. It's a tough call.
I mean, certainly not if I'm not getting paid.
Yeah.
So as Gun Snob say, it says 14 Pro. Is he saying that he has an iPhone 14 Pro, like the brand new one? Did he just get the new one?
Probably.
There we go. We'll put that one up there.
I'm in then.
Yeah.
Listen, as long as I got an out, and I'm there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. We stay so busy
I know.
that I don't know if I really want to
All it would really take, Jeff, is for me to get to that level at one of the functions to where I'm right there, and one more drink will throw me over the top, and then that's it.
Uh-huh.
I'll wake up
Yeah.
a day later. You'll just be shaking your head at me in disgust, like, dude.
I'm gonna have to get like a Gun Snob shirt made, so that if you get to that point, I'll be like, have a good night.
Mm-hmm.
Put this shirt on. Take that freaking Gear Report shirt off. Put this Gun Snob shirt on. Now you're his problem.
Talk with an accent.
Yeah. Mumble shit that's incomprehensible, and everyone will think you're from Oklahoma.
Don't put your R's or your S's or something.
Yeah. So that's interesting. The cameras have come so far. I remember the first big industry event that I went to. I think maybe it was the second one. It was the second one. It was the NRA show in 2016. So I went to SHOT Show by myself, and I was the guy walking around with a cell phone camera, self-filming. Like, I would literally turn it facing me and shoot an intro, and then turn it around and shoot the person I was interviewing, like I wouldn't be on camera with them except for the intro, and I'd turn it around and we do an outro together. So, and it actually worked better than you might expect, except the audio was garbage because it's so loud inside there at SHOT Show. So I definitely know that if we're doing any kind of booth video, I've got a wireless mic setup that I shot some video with it last week. I still haven't listened to it. I haven't loaded those files to listen and see how it sounded. I'm debating whether I want to get another one. Vine has got some Saramonics stuff on there that I was thinking about. Not planning on taking any other cameras with me. I got the Saramonic Blink. Well, right, and that's they've still got some of those. The Saramonic Blink. They've got a couple of different types. What
is that?
Did you say what is it?
Yeah,
it's a wireless mic setup. I mean, we've already got a wireless mic setup, but you remember last year the first video we went to shoot was with
they wouldn't sync up.
State Armory.
They wouldn't sync,
and it quit working. And that really, I've known Josiah long enough that while it was okay, that it didn't work. We just shot the video without the mic. And I think I hooked up a different type of mic somehow, but I don't think it really reflected too poorly on us that the mic didn't work, because it just took some time to pivot and come up with a different plan for how we went with the other mics. Audio.
We had we went from the wireless, and then we ended up going to the wired.
I think that's what we did.
Yeah. But you had the wired as backup. So I mean, it's hard. Those are hard to. Those don't fail often.
Right, but it took me 10 minutes of messing before I was like, nope, it's not going to work. Let's go to the other one. So it was
you're like, not working. All right, let's go to the next ones. Like, don't even try next ones.
Yeah. But I really like that concept, what you said, of get it all out, set it up once, and carry it around. Yep. And that's where that cage system that Snob uses, I think, could be really useful, because it puts everything together. But that's where I've got the little gimbal camera, the little DJI 4K gimbal camera that I really like that for when we're carrying it around, because it's easy. Yeah, and you can set it on something, but really it just becomes a handheld. I don't think I want to carry a tripod anymore.
I wouldn't mind, like I said, I wouldn't mind doing it for a couple hours if we did, if we were going to do like 3 or 4 in a row.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind doing it, but yeah, I mean, we did that the first year my first year when I was at the Pack Mule, and that was
you carried that was the heavy tripod, wasn't it? The one with the pistol.
That was the heavy tripod.
I love that tripod.
Big backpack full of Jeff's waters and snacks.
Yeah.
And then all kinds of stuff. All the swag was going in my backpack. That was the I think I'm in good shape.
Yeah. So I'm still kind of torn. I did find I found a really good deal on some good little micro SD cards, some memory. I've got, I think it was like $13.99 for 128 gig little Samsung, and it's a U3. So that's a speed rating. A2 is, it's got fast enough read and write that it works well for running little applications off of it. And then V30 is another speed measure. So these are all the latest measures of speed for these cards, and it was like $14. And I just get whatever I want throughout the year. So it's crazy hard for people to buy me Christmas presents. So I've told my family, just get the 128s and the 256s, get me a couple of those. So if I decide I want to take the GoPro, or if the iPhones don't work with that, but I got so I got this little USB stick that, there it is, that will plug into the Android phone. Ooh, and nice. It's an on the go. So that means you plug it in and you can pull files off of the phone onto this. and I've got one coming for the iPhone. So it's got the little lightning connector, so you can plug it in and pull pictures and video off of it. And I think they're only 64 gig, but if I fill the phone up, then I can start pulling
Right.
files off. So I've got
Exactly.
that
Exactly, Mystic. Boo, ATF.
Yeah.
I know she's not talking about us.
No. That would be
Who would do that?
craziness.
Gary would boot her off the show for that.
I think Gary, part of his retirement was that
From this.
Oh, maybe he is back. Well, I see him here now. I was thinking that he probably went to bed already.
He's living the nightlife now, dude. He ain't gonna go to work tomorrow. He's done. He's like, pfft. Gary would be up posting stuff at like 2 a.m. He'd be like, oh my gosh, where am I getting those notifications from?
Yeah. So Gary talking about if he fills his phone up, 64 gig wouldn't free up a whole lot. Well, I mean, I don't like recording video in 4K right now because it becomes too much of a pain when I'm traveling to deal with that in terms of storage space. Like I got to pull it off of the device and put it somewhere. And the 4K files are just so big. And then when I edit it, they take more space on the computer, more memory, more processing time. Everything takes longer and is more of a hassle because I don't have like super, super fast, high speed editing computer. And like the laptop I take with me, it doesn't like edit in 4K files. So I'm like, you know what? I will record everything in 1080 and that's it. Yeah. And transfer does take a whole lot longer.
I get in trouble if I do anything in like high def.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is high, but you get the really high, and it's like, yeah, what's the point of that? See, we do. Well, I started to say it. Now I'm going to load it. We got tons of options of different mics. Like the musical instruments section of Amazon Vine, where I can request stuff to review, is almost nothing but wireless mics. And I'm like, come on, these aren't musical instruments. Put some freaking guitars in here, something that I actually want. But as you look through here, I mean, you will find that there are some nice ones in here, or at least there were. Man, I mean, it's crazy. Look at how many wireless mics. Like,
oh yeah,
I didn't know there were that many brands making them. And last time I searched, there were 3 different Saramonics in here, and I'm scrolling. I probably went past them, but that Blink that Snob was talking about was in here.
Okay.
And I've been thinking about picking one up because the one that I have doesn't feel Sarmonic. Maybe I spelled it wrong.
Sarmoni. Snob says it's at the bottom.
All right. Well, I think maybe it's RE Monix. I don't remember, but see, now I want to find it. But anyhow, tons of different
Everybody
options.
gets to watch
Jeff that I have. Yeah, the set that I have is okay. I think he said it's at the bottom, so I'm at the bottom, working my way up here. I don't know, but I've thought about it getting a set to use with the the iPhone.
Yeah,
but I don't know. And I saw a set of something. I don't think it was Sarmonics, but one of the other companies had a set that had it would work with USB-C or iPhone. Like it'd work with Android or iPhone. And I was like, "Ooh, that's what I need." But then it only works with those, and it doesn't work with the DJI, the little gimbal camera. And I really like the gimbal.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just saw them, he says. Yeah. Oh, I don't doubt that I'm scrolling right past it over and over. I think that
They all
makes
look the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Hadn't you figured it out yet that I'm doing this so that people will have to comment and tell me what I keep scrolling past, because that is driving engagement in the YouTube
planned.
algorithm.
Y'all fell for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Anyhow,
I can't
so
read
many different options.
anyways.
I know it's too little. I've got it on the other screen over here so that I can actually see a little bit. Maybe if I go down to just microphones and accessories. So many microphones.
All breaking news. Senate passes defense bill.
What?
I got the news on the other thing.
Oh, okay. Am I boring you, TJ? Is that what I'm picking
well,
up?
I mean, you're looking through all these microphones that I have no idea. They all look the same to me.
They all do look very similar, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyhow, that is one of the things that I am debating what I'm going to do. Because
What's up?
Got a set that is so. Oh, what happened?
You got up and
did you take me off the screen?
No, dude. Both of us clicked off when you did. So you did something. I don't know what you did.
I don't know.
When you clicked us off a line or something. Ooh.
I got this little set here that is similar to the set that we were using before.
Yeah.
And it's got the little fuzzy thing to put over the mic if it's windy, and it's got the little the remote lavalier, which I like because you can hide it, make it less visible. I think it looks kind of tacky when people take like these little square ones and just clip it up here, and it's like that just looks weird. So I like to put the remote the remote lavalier.
I like to click the lavalier or the remote on my ankle monitor and then have the lavalier up under my shirt.
Well, I mean, it's a good place to put it.
It is.
Next time you see the blink, maybe that's what I should do. And the blink, it was just a couple days ago. It was a couple days ago that I saw them and was like, I'm going to wait until they're gone and then decide that I should get one. And then, I just searched for blink and they're gone. So I waited too long. That's on me. But this stuff comes up. I mean, will it come up again before shot? Probably not. But
you're talking about it, so it might come up somewhere.
Yeah,
you know how that goes.
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking for basketball shoes, and I like not even on Facebook, just on the computer, and then every 10 pages is basketball. I'm like, dudes.
Yeah. So I will share, since we got other content creators in here, I will share something that I've been doing lately. Yesterday and the day before, I saw an ad go by in my Facebook feed for custom stickers, and it was they do 10 3-inch stickers for $1 as a promo. I found 3 different places doing that.
We found the deal, guys.
Yeah, so I did 3 of those. And got 3 different sets. Oh, which reminds me, let me bring the other screen. Let's see. We'll put it back here.
There'll be some showing up at my house. There'll be some showing up at.
Well, I need to do some more, but one of the things that I did was I made a new logo. So
look at that. I like that.
So we've got, I actually updated the Gear Report Outdoors logo as well. Because it was orange and it looked just like the Gear Report Reviews logo. So I changed it. It just said outdoors instead of review. So I changed that one I updated it to be yellow. If I can find it real quick, maybe I can open that one as well. But while I was in there doing the editing to change it, I said, oh, I'm going to make a Gear Report Humvee logo as well. So you see that one. And now let's see if this will open in the same window here. And then, so we've got a Gear Report Outdoors. And one of my kids saw that and was like, well, how's that different from Gear Report Camping? You know, from a content standpoint, like she could see what the difference is in the logos, because camping is green and outdoors is yellow. But the question was, you know, one has a fire, the other has a tent. What is different between camping and outdoors? I said, yeah, you're right. So I didn't put outdoors on the business card, but I have camping and Humvee and let's see. And
outdoors encompasses everything. It encompasses sports, recreation, like fishing. It has everything.
And we've got Gear Report guitars on there.
Nice.
And then
I like the blue. I like that blue.
And I did a new version of the Gear Report firearms, because I thought the old one was too hard to read. And TJ chose this one. I did a couple different options. And
it looks familiar.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh,
yeah. And I may use this one at times just because I think it's kind of neat to have that.
I like that. I like that one too, but I don't have one of those.
There. Yeah. And I do have one of those. So
I know.
Yeah. So anyhow, that's some of the other stuff that's been happening here at Gear Report.
But yeah, I heard the deal on stickers was good. I like that.
Yeah.
And people we're gonna get more orders, and you're like, no, you're not.
I was gonna order 1,000 of the regular Gear Report stickers. You know, the old school original Gear Report sticker, and I got to thinking about it. I got the proof image back yesterday for this one, for the regular Gear Report reviews, to get 1,000 of them. And I thought, do I really want to get 1,000 of those? I think I would rather get 200 of each. So still got 1,000 stickers, but get 200 of the guitars, 200 firearms, 200, you know, all the different kind of sub brands for Gear Report, and do it that way. And I actually sent a request for a quote to get some cloth patches made, some embroidered patches made.
What? What? We're getting patches too?
Well, I haven't gotten a response for the guy that I sent to. You remember Andy that came down to South Florida? We went to the Fire Expo. His son, dude. So his son ran an airsoft store that Andy pretty much gave him the back section of his facility, where Andy runs another business in the front, and he let his son open an airsoft store in the back. And apparently he was doing a lot of airsoft, but he wasn't doing a lot of running the business. So he said, all right, we're going to shut that down. You got to do something else. So his son got this big patch making machine that has like 5 or 6 stations on it, and it'll do like 20 different colors at a time. And he's like, oh yeah, I got AJ a thing where he can make patches, and he can embroider hats, he can embroider shirts, he can do any of that kind of stuff, all with this machine. But it wasn't like one at a time. It's like 5 or 6 at a time. And it's big. Like it's the size of a small car, this machine. And I was like, holy crap. Like I was afraid to ask him if it wasn't every bit of $30,000, I'd be shocked. It was probably more like
way more than that. Yeah, probably way more than that.
And so I sent Andy a note, said, hey, is your son still doing patches? I need to order some patches. And he said, yeah. I said, well, how do I get a hold of him? He said, well, send him, here's his Instagram, send him a note. I sent him a note a few days ago. I hadn't heard a thing. So I don't know if he's very enthusiastic about actually making patches, or if he just wants to make patches for himself. But we shall see. I mean, he's a nice kid. I've met him. I don't want to talk trash about him, because if I didn't like him, I wouldn't be trying to send him some business. But I think I'm going to shift focus a little bit tomorrow and do some searching and see if I can find some place that would give me a good deal on.
So many pop-up ads coming up.
What's that?
As soon as you start searching, you'll have pop-up ads everywhere. You're like,
oh yeah. So if anyone out there, I know some of the folks out there have had patches made. So we had the PVC patches that G-Webs coordinated for a patch batch a couple years ago. I still have some.
Oh, we know.
I don't give them to people because that's all I have. I mean, I have given some out, but I would like to get some more of the PVC patches, but I think I want to mix it up and get some of the embroidered patches, and I don't know. We'll see what kind of deal I find. But if anyone out there has a hookup on that, let me know, because I do want to get some cool branded stuff. I'm trying to keep up. TJ keeps doing things like he's got his beer tap, and he got a big banner that's behind him. So I had to go get a banner. I got some flags made.
I got some shirts coming too.
Oh wow! And
they're dress shirts. So I got some polos and some button downs.
Wow,
we're getting bougie up in here.
Did you get them just for you or for other people too?
I got a couple each.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna share the wealth.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you know.
Because and we probably do need to talk about that, because I'm trying to decide if I want to order or make anything before before shot, because we're running out of time. Like if I need to order anything, it's got to have to be ordered pretty soon. Here, pearl snap shirts embroidered with my logo. Yep. I could see that.
Yes, be fantastic.
Yep. So what Snob needs is he needs to get like a rodeo belt buckle that says the Gun Snob.
Yes.
That I'm telling you, if you don't get that, then what's the point?
Yeah, dude. You know, you got to have it.
I think that is like a no-brainer. That has to happen.
Yeah. I agree. That would be awesome.
Yep.
I would buy one just to have it. I don't wear belts, but whatever. You have to wear a belt just for the belt buckle. I don't know. All you 3D printer people could probably do stuff all over the place.
Exactly what I was thinking. Is there's got to be a way to 3D print.
I mean, 3D printer sounds good until you got to hold back something. Like if the guy's like, oh, I used to be able to fit in 34s. Yeah, but you're a 38 now. The plastic belt buckle ain't going to hold that back.
See, this will tell me. I feel like I'm outside of the loop, because I was not aware that we were referring to it as TGS. I always say the Gun Snob, and it looks like the cool kids just say TGS. So I'm gonna have to get with the program. I'm slow, but I'll catch up eventually. Did you notice that somehow we got switched?
Yep.
You did it, didn't you?
No, I did not. You did it when you keep going on and off screen.
But it didn't even say Jeff. It said El Jefe.
Damn it, it switched again. I did not do it.
It's crazy. You have to stop logging in as me, though.
All right.
Literally, that is.
I will figure out how to. I will figure out how to do it. Listen, it's so much easier. I just type in, boom. I go to the link. It comes right up. I'm like, here it is. It's so easy. You know me. I'm about computer stuff. That's easy for me.
I actually created a special login for you just so you wouldn't have to do that.
All right. I'll have to go find it. I'll work on that. I'll put it on my list, Jeff.
There we go. Fixed it.
There you go. We got three more shows before shot.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the other thing is we need to set up for next week to get a panel going and get some newbies who haven't been, and get some people who have been, and have the bigger discussion about SHOT Show and going to SHOT Show. So of the folks that are out there still paying attention, if or watching a replay, because you know people probably do that, drop us a note if you would like to be a part of that discussion, or if you know someone that would be good for that discussion. I mean, we saw was it Chris from the 740 was in earlier. I think this will be his first time going to SHOT.
Yep.
So he might be a good one to get on the panel. And I've heard of a couple other people that I don't know personally that Trey and Clover had talked about. So we'll have to see what we can find there.
We'll have to look, or let us know. Shoot us a message.
Yep. Last call for comments. Anything else you want to talk about, folks? Now is the time to do it. And that goes for you too, buddy. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I'm just excited for SHOT Show. I can't wait. I'm excited that we already have plane tickets. We already have a place to live.
Yeah.
Or stay for the week, not live. We don't really live. We're just surviving over there at that point. But we're way ahead of schedule, which is crazy.
It's freaking me out. It's freaking me out, man.
I know. But it's nice that you can just cross it off the list. Like, all right, don't have to worry about that. Don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. But
I'm in the same boat. Like, all I have to worry about is all I have to do is worry about having, a little bit of money for when I get over there.
Yeah. Well, I got to sell some stuff and get some more money. I have been pretty aggressive the last year and a half or so of taking money out of the bank. With the inflation going the way it was, I've been trying to put money into assets that are going to do better through inflation, which means that when I need money for additional expenses, I have to liquidate an asset. And that can be a little troublesome at times when...
Well, yeah, because somebody has to want that asset.
Yeah. Well, like over my shoulder, that one, this guitar, lots of people want that guitar. Most people don't want to pay the $2,600 price tag for it.
Somebody will.
But if I can get rid of that, then we'll have a little bit bigger SHOT Show, and I'm going to take my family on a cruise. So that'd be awesome.
That's a big day.
Yeah.
We got a cruise for Crystal's 50th.
Yeah.
Already got it booked. I just got to, of course, now I found out that I have to pay for the kids' rooms as well. So because Taylor and Keith are going.
I thought that they both made a lot of money.
They do, but Killian's staying with them. So I'm flipping that bill, I guess, Well, I mean, like my theory, I can always make more money. Whatever. I'll just keep working. Yeah. I just got to pay for my drink package. And then I'm done. I'm cruising.
I mean, you understand, I'm going to sit here and judge you, but I'm talking about taking my family and I'm going to pay for them too. So.
Right. I know.
I mean, none of mine.
You have way more
out of the house working, but
wait, you have more. You have the same as if I take Taylor and Keith and Killian. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm not at a point of inviting anyone else. When they start saying, "Oh, well, I want to bring my significant other," I'm going to be like, "That ain't happening."
Nope.
Not yet. Nope.
But I'm not paying for the kids' drink packages. They're paying for their own.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would break you.
No, it's only like, I want to say 50 or $60. I think it's like $60 a day. Which is, I have that done before lunch. So.
Who are you talking to here?
I'll own the back of that ship, but friggin' the first day, that'll be it.
Oh my!
I'll be sitting in the pool. I'll just shake my glass like, hey, and they'll bring me a drink. Everybody will be looking at me like, who's this guy? Like, that's right. I'm not getting up to get my drink. Bring me one.
Nice.
No, I love it. I love cruising.
All right. With that, we're going to shut it down. Come back next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern to check out This Week of Gear Report, sponsored by Maxim Defense Industries. Do they have a tagline? I should probably know the tagline so I can say maximum defense and then whatever their tagline is. I don't know what it actually is, but
Sexiest guns around.
They are.
I mean, I'm just, you know,
badass guns around. That's what I'm
right.
go
There
with.
you go.
Yeah. I really like them. I still have to pinch myself that they're, you know, willing to work with us because sometimes I feel like we're not worthy. They're really, I like them that much. So anyhow, we can go into that in more detail next Thursday. We're to kick off at 9 p.m. Eastern because that's when we do it. And we got so many segments. We'll have more. We will try to move the floor.
I'll have floor guns next week. I'll have floor guns next
week. We'll do that at the beginning so we can do floor guns, and then TJ can
kickballs over. So I'll have floor guns. So
floor beer. Yep. All right.
Guns before beer.
We'll see you next week. Until next time. We'll see you at the range.
Right there.